Welcome brawlers, I hope you're ready for some blinking, because our commander today is Y'shtola Rhul. For 4 generic and double blue, we get a 3/5 legendary cat druid. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Then, if this is the first end step of the turn, there is an additional end step after this. Most of the value of this commander is from the blink, but we have a couple of cards that care about the end step thing. We have Thassa, which gives us additional blinks, but we also have Palantir of Orthanc. At the beginning of the end step, we put a counter on Palantir, then our opponent has a choice. They either let us draw a card, or they make us mill equal to the number of influence counters, and they lose life equal to the total mana value. Usually our opponents take a couple of hits, but once they stop, this is essentially 2 cards each turn. With Y'shtola, the cards that we want to blink are Augur of Bolas, Fblthp the Lost, Thundertarp Trainer, Cloudkin Seer, essentially cards that draws cards, or cards that bounce our opponent's stuff like Aether Channeler, Jill, she was dominant, Barrin, Tolarian Archmage, or even more expensive, for 4 mana we have Nightclub Bouncer. It bounces, but it also makes the spell cost more. We also have Talion's Throneguard. It bounces either a spell or a non-land permanent. And the time we cast it, if we use Bargain, sacrifice an artifact, enchantment or token, then whatever we are bouncing is gonna cost 2 more. Since we also like bouncing spells, we're gonna be playing Master Sande, also known as Venser Shaper Savant. When it enters, return target spell or permanent, so even lands in this case. Following that trend, we have Cryptic Command. We can counter a spell or return a permanent, and sometimes we do return lands, as well as tapping our opponents or drawing a card. We get to choose 2 of those. We have 3 steps ahead, which not only is a counter spell, but it also can make a copy of one of our value pieces. We have Counter Spell, Negate, Memory Lapse, Make Disappear. All of them work together with our creatures, so if we play a spell, we tap out. Then, whatever our opponent resolves, we can bounce and then try to counter on the way back. Obviously, that means we also run Cyclonic Rift, Reverse Rebuke. And because this is a monocolor deck, I always include Sundering Titan. When this creature enters or leaves the battlefield, choose a land of every basic land type, then destroy those lands. So if we have our commander on play, we play Sundering Titan, and if we decide to blink it, we destroy 2 lands of each basic type for every time we blink it. So that's when we cast it, and then up to 4 in the end step. We have Summon Bahamut, we destroy our opponent's cards, and if we blink it, we reset the lore counters, so we can keep doing it over and over. We are also running Shadow of the Second Sun. At the beginning of our post-combat main, we get an additional beginning phase, so an additional untap, upkeep, and draw. Finally, a couple of other value creatures are Oracle of the Alpha and Micromancer. When we cast the Oracle, we get the power 9 into our deck, and then if we play the Micromancer, we usually get Ancestral Recall with it. But if we haven't played the Oracle, then we can get 3 steps ahead or wash away. The deck, so let's head into the queue and let's have our opponent face the Cat Blink. Against Sephiroth, we do have a slow hand, but seems fun. So let's go for it. Duress, gonna take a counter spell. They take Cryptic. And what do you have here? A Blood Artist, sacrifice a creature, okay. I'm gonna play our Oracle. And I think we have the Talion, the Throneguard for next turn. And if we need to, we can Since we have all islands, we're gonna be able to get mana drain. I don't think so. Maybe I should have fetched instead. I meant first, but the Station Sage. Okay. Before going to combat, Mystic Sanctuary. Get our Cryptic back, and the Throneguard of Sephiroth. Maybe should have let them attack. Then I would kill Sephiroth. But we can put him in witness protection. Island away. Again, I should do that after fetching. But I'm not used to playing with the Oracle here. Badmir, no blood. Okay. Doom Dissenter. Corpsebound Witch. I think we tap everything and draw or return one. Doom Badmir. Legitimate business person, Sephiroth. Okay. Now do we want... Yeah, we should play our commander. We're gonna attack with balls. They block. But we're gonna get 2 bounces here. And the center. And replace their hand and the summon link breaker. We're gonna keep taking one from Sephiroth. Here, I guess. Attack with these 2 again. Drowner, not what we are in the mood for. So let's bounce again. And yeah, I think opponent might concede here. We have a counter spell, yeah, okay. And we keep bouncing, pretty much making them replay their entire turn. We are bouncing 4 mana and they only have 5, so yeah, good games. Muldrotha the Gravetide, opponent is taking a mulligan, we should do the same. Okay, Land over Elves, I think we don't like that. Arcane Signet. So let's play our Navigator. Next turn we're gonna Village. So we have a turn for Cryptic or Kindred Denial. Okay, opponent uses Virtue of Knowledge to ramp. We're gonna pass with mana open. Okay. That way they think we have a counter spell, which we do, but not ones that can answer their commander. Okay. Muldrotha. That's gonna get countered. So let's counter and return at that land. Okay. Yeah, that was enough for our opponent. We were also gonna Mystic Sanctuary, get back Cryptic Command, and have counter up. So, yeah, wise choice, opponent. Wise choice. Good games. O'Neill. So, a burn deck, they're gonna be trying to deal non-combat damage to us, because their commander makes it so every little ping becomes a 4 damage to the face. Arcane Signet, let's remand it. Okay, we have Oracle of the Alpha, we have Talion Throneguard, so we can bounce a spell or a permanent, non-land permanent. Unlike Venser, which can bounce pretty much any permanent. Fire Inscription. Okay, the ring tempts you, and we are playing the Micromancer since we can get Ancestral Recall from Oracle of the Alpha. And we have Flare of Denial up. So it's all coming up Y'shtola for us. Actually, do we care? It doesn't hurt. Okay, opponent concedes. Good games. Against 4 color partners. I don't love Barrows, but we still have a winning chance. Opponent is gonna mulligan. Just the once though. Okay, to sea tower. And I guess the match is gonna depend on if we resolve Palantir or not. Should we slam it? I guess we go for it. We kinda need the land, so let's go like this. Watch how it gets milled. But we are okay with that. Arcane Signet from opponent and another tap land. Polluted Delta. I think we play Fblthp. Okay. opponent is gonna take some damage here. So let's make them pay as much life as we can. 6. Not too shabby. So maybe opponent is gonna take another round of damage from Palantir. And after that we're just gonna be drawing and drawing. Nadu. Okay. I guess we play our Mystic Sanctuary but don't get anything. Midnight Clock. And let's see if we can get Sundering Titan. Okay, opponent, please Posey you Endures. House Meld and Clone Crafter. House Meld, I think. 4 damage, opponent goes to 12. Okay. I'm happy with that. Opponent plays their own Midnight Clock. They go to combat here, we're gonna... okay. We're gonna bounce their clock. Heroic Intervention. Oh, that's alright. We draw, we play Shadow of the Second Sun, we have Remand. So let's trade Nadu here. Unless you wanna go even for the down opponent. Which might come around to bite you later. If we flip Shiva. Well, Jill into Shiva. Place their commander. Okay, let's try to kill the land here. See how many basics they run. Basic check. They got at least one. And then we... okay, we need to wait until the end step to activate the gate. Subtlety. Ooh, Venser. Let's get in for some damage. Opponent trades. Finally. Let's negate that. They get another trigger. It's a summon Bahamut. They have our commander activation. But we're gonna bounce it regardless. No, we should bounce their clock. Opponent has a counter for a creature spell. Joint exploration. Okay. We bounce the clock. And either use that mana or lose it, opponent. Fatal push. That gets remanded. So we keep Shiva. And because of the shadow, we get another counter on our clock. Reverse Rebuke. That gets bounced. And opponent concedes. Yeah. I don't understand Nado play. Why is Nado in this deck? Maybe they are a landfall deck. They have the package with Bristly Bill, the Cyclope Cob, and so on, but I don't know. Seems a little out of place. Anyways, good games, partners. Good games. Yuna, Hope of Spira. I'm thinking we're gonna play Search. Oh, maybe Signet instead, I guess. And let's see if we have to use Subtlety for something. Sanctum Weaver. That's not too bad. We drew Barrin, so we can bounce something or other. Restoration of the Kanjo. An opponent already got their Lush Particle, so yeah, they cannot get a Surveil here. I guess we play Jace and bounce their creature here. Keep them off their commander for another turn, although they can essentially reanimate it. Oh, they get a land. Because that way they have an enchantment which they can get with Yuna. Dredger's Insight, some more milling. They get the Sun Champion. Draw 3. Ooh, that's a bad brainstorm. Set Cyclonic and the Djinn. And since we kinda draw out of that, I'm gonna play Search, Sanctum, and Witness Protection, Sanctum Weaver. Place Birds of Paradise, and if they go for you now, we're gonna Subtlety. No ifs, ands, or buts. Send Barrin away. Let's get another brainstorm. Okay, that is much better. If we bounce this, now we should hold on a our stuff. Yuna gets countered. She's gonna resolve next turn, but we will be fine because we will get to Cyclonic Rift mana, I think. Here we're gonna name human. Shadow of the Second Sun. And withdraw the land. When they place it as a champion, they're gonna draw cards with it. Okay, Case of the Locked Hothouse. Land to the yard. So what can we do here? We can play our commander. Cosmos Elixir I like. Yeah, with Cosmos Elixir and then Cyclonic on opponent's turn. Mirari's Wake. Okay, I don't love it. They're gonna draw a card, but we should steal Cyclonic, and that would hopefully get them. Okay, since they are in combat. Oh, the Fairy's Protection. Okay. I mean, they might concede with our Mystic Sanctuary. Here, I guess it's time for our commander. Jill. And we're gonna Cyclonic. And replace the Mirari's Wake and Citizen Champion, followed by Restoration. Dredger's Insight, maybe they get a land here. And yeah, then they play Restoration. So we stole their champion and bounced everything else. They go for Dredger's Insight once again. We play Yuna, we're gonna bounce it. We're gonna activate Ascanta. And it seems like opponent has had enough. Next, after that, we were gonna be killing their lands. We could kill 3, which means we also lose 3 ourselves. And that's the game. Against Rakapan. Okay. This is gonna be a doozy, but let's see if we can make it work. We start with Subtlety. And I'm thinking they're gonna dash Ragavan in next turn. Noxamber. And let's get Sapphire Medallion here. Okay, Arena of Glory, same deal. They get an island. And we get an Aether Channeler, make a bird. Now they need 2 pieces of removal. which they could have, or maybe just deal 1 damage to all creatures type of deal. Chandra addressed to kill.
You know what's great at dispelling darkness? A blazing inferno. Aw, you're looking
This
a
round
little
with the Channeler.
singed.
And we have a Palantir here. Huh. I'm thinking... Can they play... Shimil? I guess not. Let's have them take 6 damage here. Kaya's Kindling gonna kill our bird. They're gonna exile summon Bahamut, which is what we expected. And they cannot play it. Ooh. We're gonna draw 2 cards from Palantir, probably. Let's see if they take damage. Maybe we just get the 1. They take 8. And this is 7 plus some more, which means we're gonna draw the card. Yeah. Opponent plays a Braid. So I'm thinking they remove Palantir. Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Oh, they can actually kill our commander.
You and I are gonna take him out.
Depends on what they are planning. Seems like they go for that. And that means we don't get Sink into Stupor. But I guess they don't get it either. Or maybe... No, they already use Chandra's ability. Direfleet Daredevil gets nothing. Go for a Plains. And we're gonna steal Ragavan. Actually, maybe we should steal... Nah. Yeah, we pay the 1 energy. So let's cry to the bottom and see what we get. Floodpits Drowner. Electro Dominance.
Give a toast? I'd love to. Today's my lucky day.
Party Thrasher.
Yup, you're going down.
I think if they manage to win, it's because of their Planeswalker and Kindling as well. Okay, so opponent kills the Ragavan and plays Breaches. They make our Solemn unable to block. Our bad Weatherlight Smuggler. That one gets bigger, and even if it's in the grave, it keeps getting bigger. Which means you can reanimate him and have your creatures die over and over. And he also has lifelink and death touch, if it wasn't enough. Play Case of the Lost Witness. And we have... Maybe we should steal our wealth, or maybe not. Let's wait. Gonna play Skyclave Apparition. Gonna take our clock. We get Skywriter Djinn and Barrin books. Truth Appropriation. Okay. Let's get Cloncrafter and maybe Barrin books. Witch Enchanter. And we get to block our bat here. Helping Hand. But Arbat is still only a 1-1 because he died at the same time. Oh no, it's at the end of turn. Okay. So let's get you and you. And still Arbat here. And Cycles on Earth. Okay. They take their Arbat back to the command zone. They don't remove the Perpetual. Dreadhorde Invasion. Well, bad news for opponent. We're gonna play Sundering Titan. We lose a land, but they lose 2. Back. No, no attacks. Blink the Titan. I guess we lose 2 lands, opponent loses 3. And we blink our Augur as well. Okay, Tails End. Let's take it for now. Forge Fire Automaton, but nothing to get back. And here let's attack with Sundering Titan. Although if we do that, they can reanimate. Okay, so let's link Crafter then. Steal creatures from our opponent. Raids and Jogmoth. Okay, they reanimate Sundering Titan. We counter the gate trigger. And we have a Larcenist. Sure, with powerless than this creature's power. Sacrifice. Decline. Okay, opponent attacks with the Drake. We're gonna block. Aether Blossom. We're gonna play Recruiter of the card and we should take. Let's see what the opponent has here. We take Venser, Sage Shaper Savant. We advance the token and opponent concedes. Yeah, we're gonna keep blinking and bouncing our opponent's stuff. So yeah, that was the game. Was really close for a moment. We were at 5. An opponent had flying threats, one of which we gave them, but yeah, I think killing all of their lands really slowed them, although they were also running out of gas. So yeah, good games. And Soul of Windgrace. Okay, we have a bounce, we have 2 bounces, and a Drake. So let's keep. Our opponent is gonna be a Lance deck. That's his Chocobo. Okay. And let's see what we can get with Augur of Bolas. And obviously, eventually we're gonna play Barrin and bounce the Chocobo, make it go all the way back. Or if it's really pressuring us, we can even Cyclonic. Dark Confidant. That is a good one, opponent. Cryptic Command. Okay. Reveals a land. Because of course. So now maybe we use the Larcenist. Lelia, okay. And they exile a Ragavan, so very aggressive from opponent. Does Aether Channeler changes things? I think we still do the Larcenist play. And we get Lelia. Another land with Dark Confidant. Yeah, if they play Windgrace, we're gonna steal it and maybe Cyclonic the Chocobo. We go to 10. Darkstar Augur, so even more Dark Confidant. Okay. Let's see if they get her here. 3, 2, 0. So now we are at 9. No, we are at 10, they are at 9. Or maybe 9 each, since we also have Prismatic Vista. If they use Shieldred's Edict, we're gonna sacrifice Barrin. And we can block their flyers here. Okay, I see. Huh. So we're gonna add the mana here. Sacrifice the land. And we're gonna bounce Lelia. We got 4, but next turn we can Bounce one of their land, tap their team. And let's hope they get killed by their confidants. Okay, yeah, I guess it's either they die here or we lose. Well, here meaning between the next 2 turns. We also need to wait for them to go to combat. Okay, that's not what we wanted to see. Okay, we're gonna draw a card, tap all creatures. Yeah, opponent has taken like only 3 damage from their Dark Confidence, even though they have multiple. Guess that's just their luck. Okay, they make us discard 3. Doesn't matter. And yeah, this is the game. So let's see if opponent keeps getting lucky. They're gonna try to feral push one of their guys. We remand that, they take 1 damage from their land, and let's see what happens here. 2, 1, 0. Good game. Good game, opponent. Against Ashok Dreamrender. Here we need to get our fetches out of the way before Ashok comes down, otherwise they are gonna be exiling our graveyard. Okay, wanna fetch the gate. Too bad, I guess. Brainstorm. And this is one of the rare matchups where Housemold is not as good. They might have some value creatures, but their commander is a planeswalker, so let's get Augur of Bolas here. Get nothing from him. opponent plays Ashok. But we already did our pitching, so it's not as awful. Let's hit Ashok. Just for the mana. If they want to replay him. Maybe they are also a mill deck, so. But we'll see. So far we haven't seen much of them trying to mill us. Replicating Terror. Okay. They get a copy of Augur in the yard. Okay. Let's play Skywriter Djinn. The Fairy's Time Twist. So obviously nice if our opponent is gonna remove our Djinn here. Well, not here, but if they try to do it at instant speed when we are untapped, we can blink it and it comes back with a counter and we get another card from the spellbook. Other Ashok. Okay. So we should go against bigger Ashok, I think. Ooh, those are goods, but I think they can only get creatures. Yeah.
Behold my epilogue of fear.
Okay, let's attack big Ashok. And here we can even use 3 steps ahead to copy our Djinn in case we need even more pressure, because right now our opponent is at 25.
Exquisite suffering.
Okay, Signet, unable to scream. So now we keep attacking.
You must be so desperate.
Opponent plays Brain Surge. They try to kill the Djinn, so we are gonna copy him. Sorry, blink him, not copy. The copy might come this turn if we need to. Yeah, opponent can't play anything because it's only one. Ooh, they got Solemn Simulacrum Clone Crafter. Maybe the Crafter is not as good in against Ashok. Water Crystal. Okay. We get our Djinn back. And okay, let's be patient with it. Think it's gonna become a land.
unrefined audience.
We should pass here. If they want to spend all their mana in the water crystal, we should be fine. Demonic Council, they go look for a demon. Doomsday Excruciator. Okay. It doesn't matter if you mill us like that, opponent. Like the only mill that counts is gonna be after the demon. Create a copy of the Djinn. Mana drain. Okay, they only got the 1 mana because of Spree, so that's not as bad as I thought. And this is milling for about 10 each turn. And it seems like opponent might have given up because they need 6. Yeah, they need 6 black mana in order to cast their Excruciator, and also we just seem to have a counter spell up at any time. So yeah, I guess they needed another piece of meal, like a grindstone or even just replaying Nashok. But they didn't trust. They thought we had all a handful of counter spells instead of just the one that only counters unless they pay 2 or 4, depending on we sack. Okay, now we have regular counterspell, so let's actually... Okay, since we drew Jill, Shiva's dominant, we can bounce the water crystal. And yeah, we're still getting the rope here, maybe this is where we get the win. Now for this match, what could we get with Micromancer is the question. Well, I mean, the question is how long until we get the win. But if we were still playing, we would need to think about Micromancer. We already used 3 steps ahead, and maybe we would need to take a brainstorm. Okay. So, opponent just chose to not play.